What's up everyone, my name's PlatinumHowler, coach of your Delta Gligars. Today, I'm here for the Week 2 battle of the BBR against Jack, aka Greyveee, and his Vancouver Titangs. If you missed the team builder, it went up yesterday on my channel. Go check it out if you want a more in-depth look at the team that we're bringing. It's pretty standard for the most part, although we do have a few different choices, such as Wide Lens, Quiver Dance, Volcarona with Hurricane. Toxic Spikes, Dragouge is there, Standard Ass Rotom is there, but it's Resto Chesto. Standard Ass Aromatisse, Banded Lycanroc, and 4 attacks, Life Orb, Alakazam. Pretty similar in terms of Mon choice as the team that we brought last week. I just realized I need to get my whiteboard set up. Kind of need to reach for that. I'm going 152. Because I lost a coin flip. I did a virtual coin flip with Gray to determine who was going to be the home team, because I wanted to change up my my lead card background. But he had just done the same, so that's why we did a coin flip, and he won. So we're going to be back in Motostoke just like we were for the majority of our APA Academy season. Hopefully this doesn't take too long to connect. If it does, then I'll just cut to the point where we see his team. Okay, time to see his team. Keldeo would make sense, Weavile would make sense, Skarmory would make sense, Goodra would make sense. Last two Mons, I'm not really sure. Palossand could come. I feel like there's a lot of Mons on his team that could come, to be honest. But of course we prepped for some more than others. So, oh boy, the Exeggutor is here. He's got Luxray too. He actually did not bring Skarmory, which is surprising. Interesting. So, what would his lead be then? I feel like Goodra is a decent lead for him. Either like Goodra or Luxray, just because Goodra would match up really well against the Rotom-Wash, which is like the common lead for me. And I don't really see anything that punishes Aromatisse right off the bat, so if I'm predicting him to lead Goodra, then I kind of want to lead with my Aromatisse. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. He did not bring any of his rockers for Volcarona, so it's a good thing that we don't have heavy-duty boots, because that would be a wasted item. And I don't think we're going to... Yeah, he doesn't have any hazards in general, so Defog on Rotom-Wash is also a useless move slot, but I think we'll take that. Good luck and have fun to Gray. His facial expression. Also, I'm pretty sure he's not blonde like me. He's got a fake haircut. Or fake. He's got... I don't think his trainer... geez, long black screen. I don't like it. I don't think his trainer avatar is very representative of what he actually looks like. I think I have seen what he looks like once before. So he did lead with Keldeo, very interesting. I don't know what he wants to switch into Aromatisse, to be honest. Well, probably Centiskorch. Anyways, I'm tempted to want to go out into my Dragouge right away. So that I don't have to switch in my Dragouge on a Fire Lash and get my defense reduced. So I'm going to make that play right away and try to get my Toxic Spikes up as early as possible. I don't think Keldeo's going to want to stay in. I'm not really sure why he led Keldeo. So he stayed in. So I switched out first. Ah, he's just gonna flip turn. Okay, that makes sense why he would leave with that then. So now I definitely wish I had stayed in. Ah, man, I should have known that was coming. I should have known the flip turn was coming. Now either the Weavile or fuck. Ah, I should have just stayed in. Over predicting right away. Well, not really over predicting, but just not like realizing that Mons get flip turn now. Momentum is really annoying to deal with at sometimes. So regardless of what he brings in, I think my Dragalge is probably going to be forced out. I need these Toxic Spikes up. I can't let Dragalge just die to whatever that he wants to bring in here. This is Weavile. And I think I'm going right back into my Aromatisse. He sees that I'm Black Sludge, so we get all the way back up to full. There. I feel like knockoff would be his play. Anticipating my switch into something like a Rotom, and I don't want to... Well, actually, I'm more okay with losing my Justo Berry now that I don't see Skarmory here. Because basically, actually, Rotom's usefulness in this game is it's not nearly as good as I thought it was going to be. Oh boy, he's got Triple Axle. This is going to hurt. He hit me twice. So I did think that Triple Axle might be something that he would want to bring. I need to throw up a Wish here to make sure that I keep this healthy. As we sit here and wait once again, okay. So he's got Triple Axle for the Alakazam. He has a multi-hit move to hit Alakazam. Which I thought he would do that, but I was actually thinking Icicle Spear would probably be better just because it's more accurate, and I think it would probably be strong enough to KO Zam. Also, worth noting that... So he actually missed the third hit, and he's not... he is not Life Orb either. I'm wondering what item he wants to be. He could very well stay in and click Triple Axle again, because I believe he should live a Moonblast from my Aromatisse. But he is going to switch. X going to give it to ya is the Centiskorch. Just because he has a flaming X on his face. I guess that's why he's got that. So this is getting passed into my Dragalge or Rotom-Wash? No, it's getting passed into my Dragalge because I need Toxic Spikes up. If I pass it into my Rotom-Wash, then he would most likely switch into the Goodra, and then I don't get Dragalge in against the Goodra to set up my Toxic Spikes. I'm going for more of a long game here, and I'm definitely making better use of my time than he is at this point. Or at least it appears that way. Because, you know, he could have already clicked his move, but the game could just be lagging so much that it doesn't register until like a couple seconds later. We should be able to take this on decently. He's just going to get rid of our Black Sludge. So I will... I get all that HP back as well. Toxic Spikes are going up now, and then if he stays in, I can just flip turn out. And I'll get the slow pivot off. Most likely go into my Banded Lycanroc. His switch into Banded Lycanroc is Keldeo, I guess? Hopefully I can finally get these Toxic Spikes up, and they will be here to stay for the entirety of the match, and that will help me navigate his team a little easier, I'm hoping. I feel like... So I know my Aromatisse isn't at full health, so he's going to stay in and Fire Lash to drop my defense. Probably thinks that I can't deal too much damage to him and then he could probably 1v1 me. But here, I am just going to go for the flip turn to more than likely get in my Lycanroc for free. Actually, the other thing I could have done here was gone into Rotom, but then I don't get a slow pivot off against Centiskorch, and that baits in Goodra. Going for another Fire Lash. This does, you know, I'm okay with the range of health that I'm at. I wish I still had my Black Sludge though. Flip turn, gonna do some decent damage. Oh, he's Flame Body. That's, ooh, yikes. Okay, so that's gonna make me reconsider my Lycanroc play here because my Lycanroc's gonna make contact and I don't really want it to get burned. I'm very surprised to see that he brought Flame Body instead of Flash Fire. That burn is not the worst thing in the world on Dragalge, but if my Lycanroc gets burned, that's really not good. Do I want to go Rotom then? If he's specially defensive, Hydro Pump doesn't kill. But the Goodra does come in. Because I'm nervous about the Lycanroc getting burned, I don't want to bring it in earlier than I have to at this point. So what I'm going to do is Volt Switch. I'm going to Volt Switch out into... I don't know if he has Power Rip yet. I feel like I can safely Volt Switch into my Dragalge even if he does choose to stay in. And then I can just Flip Turn out on him again. I don't think he clicks Fire Lash against me. If anything, he would probably click Knockoff. And my Dragalge's item is already gone, so Knockoff shouldn't be doing too much. You could also go into the Exeggutor, in which case I would probably bring in my Lycanroc against that. Gauntlet is Exeggutor. Okay, so he is going to get poisoned. We could also, so we could actually go into our Volcarona now, which I think is a better play. Is it though? Here we go. Okay, either Volcarona or Lycanroc. Lycanroc gives me Banded Crunch, which you can get his Keldeo in. I'm not too afraid of Keldeo though. Keldeo would probably Flip Turn out on me though. What do I set up on? This would be what I set up on. I'm just going to go into Volcarona. I'm really nervous about the Flame Body burn on Centiskorch. So I kind of don't want to bring in my Lycanroc until I absolutely have to, so that that thing doesn't burn me. Also really wishing that I had Close Combat on my Lycanroc now instead of Fire Fang. Because Fire Fang was basically only for Skarmory, which I'm somewhat surprised to not see come, although considering I have a Rotom-Wash as a very safe switch into that, it does make sense that he would not want to bring it. Also because Volcarona can set up on it, so but that's what we're going to go into here. I could actually go for a Hurricane because Centiskorch probably lives from the range that it's at. I actually think it's in my better interest to go for nah, I'm just gonna go for Sup. I don't think he's staying in. There's no way. Out goes Bulk. In comes. Oh, you did go into the Centiskorch, so I do kind of wish I had Hurricaned. So I know he's not Flash Fire. So I think that actually, if I go for Quiver Ants here, can I KO from the range that he's at? I'm gonna go for 2 Fire Blasts. I think it's a better chance that I hit 2 Fire Blasts than 1 Hurricane. And if it doesn't look like a 2-hit KO... So, he did not get poisoned, so he is confirmed heavy-duty boots on the Centiskorch, which is not a surprise. Fire Blast coming out. That definitely looks like a 2-hit KO. It's gonna break my sub. So I don't think, because he's not Life Orb Weavile, I don't think that we are in range at this point to die from Knockoff plus Ice Shard, which is good. I would really like to hit this Fire Blast, so I can knock this Centiskorch out. I could have gone for a Quiver Dance, but because Goodra is not chips yet, it wasn't the proper time to do that. He may also expect me to go for another Fire Blast and switch out into Goodra, and if he does that, I think I'm okay with that. I would definitely be switching out, I think. Alright. So that is the Goodra. We are going to get some chip. He's going to get poisoned, which is great. Fire Blast connects once again. He may want to predict my switch here. So if he's predicting my switch into an Aromatisse, or like he could go into Exeggutor here. I can definitely see that being a play that he makes. Dragalge doesn't really punish Exeggutor at all, but it gets slow momentum. I don't think that's the play, because he still has Keldeo that I want to be switching that into, I guess. Or no, I can switch Rotom into Keldeo. I can still pass Wishes from Aromatisse into... I can still pass Wishes from Aromatisse into my Dragalge though. Like I can... I may give him allow him the chance to rest up. It could be the rest sleep talk set, but so maybe my better play was to Quiver Dance there, and then hope to land the Hurricane to KO the Centiskorch, just so that I could get rid of it, and then I wouldn't give him another opportunity to rest up. Finally, after a long wait, we are switching out. And he did go for Sludge Bomb, which is not surprising. I do think he was trying to predict my Aromatisse switch. And I was not prepared to let Aromatisse take that damage. Now I'm going to click Volt Switch. The fact that my Rotom is in here right now, it kind of... I feel like it makes him want to stay in because he doesn't really want to... Well, he could also go into Exeggutor. I think if he goes into... no, I should go back into Volcarona and click Fire Blast if he goes Exeggutor this time. But I'm thinking, yeah, he is just going to stay in. And he is not running speed, so that's really good to know. Probably goes for another Sludge Bomb, to be honest. So that's why I'm going to go into my Dragalge, and then on the next turn, if my Dragalge is still around, I'm going to go into my Aromatisse. He did go for Sludge Bomb again. Now I'm pulling the hard switch into Aromatisse. I don't think he goes for Sludge Bomb on this turn. He doesn't know... the only moves that he knows that I have are Flip Turn and Toxic Spikes. So, for all he knows, I could hit him with Draco right now. He's switching out, actually. Ooh, into the Center Scorch. Okay. Not what I wanted to see. I think I am going to go for a Wish, though. If he has Rest, then he has Rest. That's whatever. I am going to go for Wish here, and we can potentially Wish up our Dragalge. Like, if he goes for a Rest here, then I don't have to click Protect with Aromatisse to keep it healthy. I can just go right into my Dragalge and heal it up. Actually switched out Center Scorch again. What is this? It goes into Luxray. Alright, I think I'm leaving in my... I'm definitely leaving in my Aromatisse in here. I think it can take on Luxray pretty well. And I'll get some Moonblast chip off against this. He is most likely Guts, though. But his best move to hit me, I think... He could have, like... I don't know, this thing might get Iron Tail or something. If it does, he has to hit it, and I still don't think it would kill me. Wild Charge, he'll be taking even more recoil on top of the Toxic Spikes chip. So I'm thinking, no matter what, Aromatisse is going to end this exchange at a high amount of HP. I think there's a good chance he could just Volt Switch out here and go back into Center Scorch. And we just went for Facade. Oh boy! That did some big damage. Okay, I think we are picking a sack to this thing. It might be time to sack off the Dragalge, or the Rotom, actually. I'm clicking Protect here. Get some extra Toxic Spikes chip on him, and get some extra Leftovers recovery on my Aromatisse. Question is, what am I switching into this monster? Am I switching in Dragalge to let it die, or Rotom, which can probably live a hit? You don't go for a sub here. Actually switching out into Exeggutor. Very interesting play. I haven't seen anything of this Exeggutor's moveset, so I don't know what it's going to want to do. It might want to Leech Seed me. Either way, I think I'm going to throw up a Wish here and just to scout out what he wants to do. Calm Mind, wow. So, Lycanroc still can hit this thing with Crunch. Is this thing gonna be like Leech Seed? So he has a decision to make here. He either, yeah, his time is a lot lower than mine, I just noticed that. He can go for a Grass move to hit Rotom or a Psychic move to hit Dragalge. If he picks the wrong one, then I'll get health back on the other. I think I'm going to go into Dragalge. I'm not sure. Honestly, not sure which of the two I want to keep around more. All that I know is that I want Aromatisse to be healthy to switch into Goodra. So he did pick the right move right there. Goes for Psyshock. So he's going to KO Dragalge. That's okay. Crits me. Not that matter. So it doesn't appear like he has any... Like he wasn't Citrus Berry or anything. I am going into... I mean, I could kill this thing with Fire Blast at this point. Yeah, I'll just click Fire Blast and KO this thing. to me, it looks like as soon as his Centiskorch goes down, then Aromatisse looks like it's in a very strong position. Although he did preserve the Luxray to put a huge dent into my Aromatisse. But Aromatisse is still healthy enough, so it should be able to Wish Protect most of that damage off. Like, his Luxray might be in a range where 3 more rounds of Toxic knocks him out. So Exeggutor is down. We get another kill for Volcarona. He still has, that's the only mon of his that's died so far. Now, I feel like if Goodra comes in, it's not Goodra. Keldeo comes in. Keldeo's gonna get poisoned. I am saving this thing going into my Aromatisse or my Rotom. I think it's smart to keep Aromatisse as healthy as possible at this point. It's looking like a decent win con for us. I'm expecting him to flip turn. Nope, Hydro Pump, and he's going to miss Hydro Pump. Okay, so that actually puts us in a pretty good spot here because we can Volt Switch for free. We should be able to take any hit from this. And Volt Switch will do a good chunk of damage. Is he going into the... Nope, the Centiskorch. Okay, that's good. That's good. So now I'm going to go into my... Now I think I'm going to go into my Alakazam. Or I could go into Volcarona again. Alakazam gives him Weavile. Alakazam beats everything he has left except for Weavile. Could also go into my Lycanroc. Lycanroc also beats everything that he has left except for Keldeo. I'm gonna risk the Fire Blast again here. We've hit 3 of them so far, I think. Either way, I don't think Fire Blast connects once again, knocks out Centiskorch. So Keldeo has to come in here to knock us out. And so I actually think that... No, because... No, I'm not hard switching in Aromatisse. Because Aromatisse wins this game at this point. Because the Centiskorch is gone. Everything else gets poisoned, gets whittled down by the poison, so I think I make the same play and go into Rotom-Wash. Or I could just sack Volcarona. I could go for Quiver Dance. I could have gone for Quiver Dance on the last turn, honestly. I don't think I need Volcarona anymore. So I'm going to go for Quiver Dance. Because if he misses Hydro Pump again, or doesn't kill me, or goes for Flip Turn and doesn't kill me, then Volcarona might win. Does go for Flip Turn, and that doesn't do much. So I'm actually going to get a Quiver Dance up here. And I don't think Goodra is in a range where it'll die to Hurricane. Actually, but we can go for Substitute. Aw, man, I wish I had Bug Buzz right now. Well, no, that's I shouldn't say that, because Bug Buzz wouldn't beat Keldeo. So, I think my play is definitely to sub. To stall out a turn of Toxic Spikes. I shouldn't be in range for Ice Shard. He does have Rock Slide, which is not surprising at all. And now I'm going to go for the Hurricane kill. And if he's not Scarf Keldeo and I hit all of my moves, then Volcarona might just win the game right here. Either way, if I don't hit this Hurricane, which I do, thankfully, this should kill. Good, really nice. Okay, 2 kills for Volcarona. All that's left is Weavile, Keldeo, and Luxray. Luxray dies to Fire Blast, Weavile dies to Fire Blast. Keldeo has to come in. And if it's Scarfed, it will outspeed us. If it's not, we will have to click Hurricane and hope that it hits. Well, either way, we're clicking Hurricane. Yep, there it is. Is he Scarfed Keldeo? Yes, that is not surprising. I did think that, based on the way he played it, it was going to be Scarfed. And now we get Switch Initiative, which is nice. Aromatisse is still in a very strong position to win this game. If he goes into... He has to choose either Weavile or Luxray. He goes into Luxray, so... I'm not bringing in Aromatisse. Basically, once I get rid of this Luxray, then he doesn't have much to ship my Aromatisse. So... I either go into my Zam, or I go into my Lycanroc. Zam brings in Weavile. He doesn't know that He doesn't know that I'm not Sash, so if he misses Triple Axle, which is probably what he would go for. I'm gonna go into my Zam, because I think that forces in his Weavile, and I think that puts me in a better position. He should be in range to die to Dazzling Gleam, so I'm actually glad now that I changed Focus Blast to Dazzling Gleam. Zam should pick up a kill here. And it's good that we got Zam on the field, which we weren't able to do last week. So Zam gets a kill. Luxray is down. Aromatisse should be in a solid position to win right now. He can go Weavile. I'm going to leave in Zam. Well, I think I'm leaving in Zam against whatever he brings in. Oh, actually he's going in the Keldeo. I think I'll click Dazzling Gleam again then. Hydro Pump. This should not KO us. Oh, still does a lot. And Dazzling Gleam doesn't KO, but the Toxic is going to be enough to KO it. So now the question is, do I preserve Differential? Because... So he does get poisoned. I honestly think that I should switch in my Lycanroc, and if my Lycanroc doesn't die to whatever he goes for, Aromatisse still wins, because one Moonblast and the Aromatisse is dead. Or excuse me, one Moonblast and the Weavile is dead because it's taken a round of because it'll have taken the Toxic chip. So this might kill us. But that's fine. Yeah, he does hit all three, so it KOs Lycanroc. If he didn't kill us, like if he missed the Triple Axle, then we could have saved an extra differential point there. But Aromatisse should be able to finish this off. Moonblast. He's gonna have to probably get a crit on one of these triple axles. On probably the last one. Ooh, boy. Aromatisse does hang on. Thankfully, we were able to keep it healthy enough to take on the Weavile late in the game. That's going to be a second consecutive 3-0 win for the Delta Gligars. Good game to Jack. We improved to 2-0 plus 6 in this young BBR season. Wow, I have a lot of editing ahead of me. Of course, wow. That's my recording is currently at 48 minutes, and I'm sure that this video that you're watching is nowhere near that. I'm gonna have to go hard on the on the editing once I get around to it. But yeah, so Toxic Spikes putting in the work as expected. I'm not too sure, honestly, if I played the early game with Volcarona versus Lycanroc correctly. Like, I could have gone into Lycanroc against the Exeggutor and just click Crunch and got an early kill. But I was trying to bait in the Goodra to whittle it down with the toxic damage, and that it definitely did succeed in doing so. Volk did well. It got 2 kills. Yeah, it killed the Flame Body Centiskorch caught me off guard for sure. I would not have expected that, and that's what made me wary of bringing in Lycanroc at the end there. But yeah, I'm glad to see Volcarona put in the work with Quiver Dance, and I'm also very I'll take away a lot from this game actually, because he didn't bring either of his rockers, assuming that Volcarona would be heavy-duty boots, when it actually was wide lens, and that allowed us to hit all of our inaccurate moves. We could hit a Hurricane and 4 Fire Blasts with our wide lens Volcarona. So hats off to Volk for that. Yeah, so good game to Jack. Go check out his channel. Go support all of the original Breedjects, of course. Next week, we are going to be going up against Mid Pokemaster and his Kentucky Torcats, another fellow Breedject, and the commission of the league as well. So, if you enjoyed this battle, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel to keep up with all of our upcoming Draft League content, and we'll see you next week.